Same spot. Oh man. I'm Mendy Pellin. I am a filmmaker, a comedian, MC. I live in Crown Heights. I was born in Denver, Colorado. I was 2 when I moved to New York from Denver. My father was having trouble getting a job with his beard, believe it or not. Back in the day, they told him that a requirement would be to shave his beard, so he's having trouble. After a while, enough of that, let's just go to where a lot of bearded people are working. So, moved to Flatbush originally, went to Lubavitch Yeshiva in Flatbush, and then we eventually made it to Crown Heights. I always was into the funny stuff, making shows, pushing people's buttons. Surprise Ice Bucket Challenge! And seeing what happened from a very young age. When I was, I think about 9 years old, I joined the Small Wonder Puppet Theater. The Horowitz power couple. They would put on these puppet shows, which was hugely entertaining. And I had the honor, I was hired to be an actor, not a puppet, to interact with the puppets. I also had a Rabbi Holland in 4th grade. Very hard for me to sit still in class and keep my mouth closed and stuff. And I think he found a nice outlet. He asked me to be a director for a play every week. I think he's kind of made this position just for me to give me an outlet. And I got other kids in the class, and I was really into it. It was a great outlet. And I think that was a pivotal moment to see that there's other things that can be, that my creativity, my craziness, shall we say, can be channeled into something that people will appreciate for the good. I also did a lot of work in LA. I directed a camp in Agoura Hills, California. Other camps, I'm a night activity director in several camps as well. In a way, I'm still a night activity director. I went to do a camp in Ukraine, Simferopol, Dnepropetrovsk, Ukraine, for orphans. I had to use a lot of physical humor because the kids did not understand what I was saying, and I didn't understand Russian. Chut-chut, niet poнимаешь. So after Smicha, I came back to New York. I met my wife through a recommendation, Shadchan. We got married in Crown Heights. We lived here for about a year, and then I moved to California because I was flying there very often for work, and then I just decided, let's just go there. We lived in California for about 10 years. We just decided at a certain point that we have family here, our kids are still young enough, and we don't regret it. First got married in Crown Heights. I told my wife that before getting one of those fancy jobs where you have to clock in or whatever, let me first continue doing my shtick, and then once it stops paying the bills, then I will get a real job. So far, it's been 16 years, and I haven't had to get a real job yet. I started doing a show on centered in Crown Heights called the Mendy Report, where I would report on anything big, small, or made up about the neighborhood. And it was a lot of fun, and it opened up a lot of different doors. There was a lot of people that looked at us as not having a sense of humor. I started off in front of the camera, and I slowly worked my way behind the camera. So I have a relationship in front and behind the camera. So I do a lot of emceeing at different events where I'm very good at improv, coming up with like this comedic emceeing. So it gives a fresh levity to the event. I do production work. I've directed music videos. My first stand-up show in front of about 1,500 people. There was a Samer guy that decided he's gonna pull off this event. He called it 2 hours of nonstop laughter. I was really practicing it for the first time on well-paying audience of 1,500 people. Every single project, I like to add on something that I've never done before, add in something that's challenging for me to like push my limits, and it makes it exciting for me. Crown Heights has this energy and it has so much talent, and there's so much entrepreneurial spirit. You walk into 770, you can spend 10 hours there in conversations, and it's as a whole, it's very accepting. As a kid growing up here, I always wanted to be in the marching band on Logbeimer. I would drum a lot, the beat that they would do. Hope the teacher would be like, wow, there's some mad talent coming from there. That never happened. I just got kicked out of class. So years later, I was having a discussion with a friend of mine, a chavrusa, Rabbi Shmuley Turk. My chavrusa was the principal now of my son's school. And I asked him, and I know it's gonna sound crazy, could I join at the drum? It was like a week before Logbeimer, but every single day, I practiced with the kids, and we proudly marched down the parade on Logbeimer, marched down Kingston Avenue. It was a dream.
It took 30 years, but it's never too late.
And I learned that no matter where you may roam, you can always come back home. I'm back. It's Morochani's class. Shout out to Morochani! Woo-hoo! I don't think she still teaches. Where is Morochani now? On the next episode of Faces in Crown Heights. It's a comfortable place to be in. I don't know if comfortable is the word, but it's a place. Yeah.